today's episode of the Daily Blend. I'm your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Elizabeth Herrera. She is the Executive Director of Mission Promise Kept and the Director of Latin America Initiatives. How are you?
I'm great, Adonica. Thank you for having me
Always
here.
good to see you.
Same.
Tell me a little bit about Mission Promise Kept.
So Mission Promise Kept is a living and learning community for women veterans designed to help women veterans as they transition out of the military into the academic environment, doing so the most holistic, research-informed way possible to set them up for success.
And this initiative is out of Stevens College?
Out of Stevens College. So we are the pioneers of this initiative. It takes into consideration the barriers that women veterans face as they transition out of service, and just really, again, trying to set them up for success, expressing that gratitude for their service through a program that is really going to empower them.
And you are the perfect person for this, because tell us a little bit about your background.
I am also a veteran, Air Force, 16 years, active duty guard and reserve. I joined from Puerto Rico, so I understand the intersection of being, from somewhere else or feeling out of place, and then joining a military that it is a part of us, but not really. So you kind of feel, where do I belong? And so there's a lot of research behind that, how it's more difficult for people of color when, as they transition within the military environment, but also in the academic environment.
Yeah.
It is actually the same model that we use.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, I feel like I remember when you first transitioned into this position, and I was like, oh yeah, I know Elizabeth's going to take this and she's going to run with it for sure. And out of that, you have now moved into this, you're doing both.
Correct.
The Director of Latin American Initiative.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh. So this is, it's a really long story, just to make it short. An opportunity came. Stevens College was able to provide the Stevens Promise Scholarship. I don't know if you've heard of it. For middle income families of $75,000 a year or less, you can qualify for free tuition.
Oh, wow.
And so the president and myself, we had a really great conversation about including the people of Puerto Rico. The average income of the Puerto Rican families are $25,000 a year. Women are, they're not moving upward in the same rate as other communities, and it's become a problem. And I think that when we empower women and girls, our communities are transformed. So she gave me the blessing to bring this initiative to Puerto Rico. So now is a full-out outreach strategy to not only Puerto Rico. We're hoping that if this becomes a success in Puerto Rico, that we can bring it to Dominican Republic, Bolivia, Mexico, other communities that may want to be a part of what we offer at Stevens College.
That's amazing. So are you boots on the ground?
Yes.
Are you going over? That's amazing.
You couldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tell me what that looks like, though, when you go over.
Sure.
Are you doing almost like, not recruitment visits, but tell me.
It's outreach. So it's meeting with elected officials.
Yes.
It's meeting with the media and the press. So I'm slated to be on 2 TV shows. One is the equivalent of Good Morning America, but for Puerto Rico. And then another one is a talk show. And so we're going to talk about the disparities that, that women, Puerto Rican women faced, and how, this is a solution to that. Doing talks in the schools, talks at anywhere that it is possible for me to be in front of people and share our vision, our passion, and our why.
What an inspiration. I mean, I have to imagine what an inspiration to have you specifically come back.
Yeah.
I know that representation matters, and I know that representation matters. And so for young girls in Puerto Rico to be able to look at you and say, oh, look what she's done. She's been in the military. She's transitioned into a career, and you're going back to give back. I know you're very passionate about it. Just talk a little bit more about it, because I know I can see it in your eyes.
I grew up in a little town called Lajas. I was made in Puerto Rico. I was in a very provincial, small town, and it made me who I am. I love my people. I love where I'm from. It has been difficult in many ways to integrate into American culture, because there's a lot of misconceptions about the people of Puerto Rico. There really is. And people don't understand. I feel like we don't even understand what our place is and our relationship is with the United States. But nonetheless, we've served in every war since 1918.
Okay.
We are here.
Yes.
We've been here. And we should be afforded the same opportunities that every other state in the U.S. are afforded. And so for me, it's it's an honor and an incredible privilege to have the opportunity to give back, to help my people come up too. I think that's what it's all about.
It is. It's always about, I always say it's always about the reach back.
Yeah.
You know, the reach back, the reach the hand back to help people up.
Yeah, and that's how we change the world.
Absolutely.
You know, I'll be happy if I can get one student to come. I would feel good. I've won 100, but if I get
you're going to get 100. You're going to get 100. How does Stevens specifically, like, do you know where that idea sparked?
Diane Lynch. We have an incredible dynamic leader who is a visionary, and combined with me, I think we make a really good team. She has these really great ideas, and I'm able to bounce back what could work and what doesn't work. And then I'm an action-oriented person, so I will run with it. If we agree on something and thinks it's a good idea, I will run with it. And obviously there's a level of accountability and research behind it. Like, we're not just being arbitrary about our plan. But it really comes from a leader that listens to the things that her staff have to say about what could work to empower women and girls.
I love that. What is, right now, do you know what the percentage of women who are enrolled in Stevens now? Like, where's that now, and what would you love to see it being?
I don't know, but I can tell you anecdotally, there are not many Latina women. I think I have seen about 5. You know, and that's including me as a staff person.
Yeah.
So there isn't a big representation. I don't think it's because of lack of desire from the institution. I just think it's a combination of factors. You have to feel like you belong.
Absolutely.
And so if you feel like that's not that you're going to be an outsider, you're not going to want to go there. And so my goal is to bring as many people. There's not a specific amount, my goal is to bring as many people as we can and see what that looks like. We're Americans too.
Absolutely, you are. Thank you so much for what you are doing.
Yeah.
I know that you're going to hit that goal. You're going to get that 100 women. You please do. We're going to look back and be like, look at Elizabeth over there hitting that goal, because you will, because your passion is very clear. It shines through. And thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you for coming on.